Hello everyone, today we're looking at 7 ways to kick social media. Now, when I say kick social media, we're not going to be kicking it anywhere. But if you're looking to take back control of your life, if you have found that some of social media's elements have just simply taken over things, well, this is the video for you. Now, when I talk about social media, I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. Everything from Facebook to YouTube, though personally I'm a big fan of YouTube, not surprisingly, WhatsApp, Messenger, WeChat, Instagram, QQ, Qzone, Twitter or Tumblr to name just a few. I myself have been involved on many of those, and I'm taking a break from some of them because I've gone through the process of finding that sometimes they can become just a bit much and become too central to your life when there are much more important things that should be central to your life. Now, if you find you're one of those people, and as I said before, you want to take back a bit of control, well, this is the video for you, as I've said already. Now, I know some of you out there are watching this and saying, oh, please just get on with it. What are the 7 ways to kick social media? I'm just too busy dealing with social media. I've not got time to sit around listening to you procrastinating. I just want you to give me the answers. Well, as I've often said on other videos, I'm sorry, I understand, but there is a big point here. It simply does not work like that. If you are serious about managing your involvement with social media and you want to take back some more control, then you're going to need to focus, to concentrate, and actually to pause for a moment, to spend some time reflecting on how social media works and how it is affecting you. And you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision that perhaps you do need to take back control, if that is right, and that if you do, you commit to following through on that. Now, there's no simple, straightforward, easy solution that does not require you to put in some effort. But I will, in the following video, identify what I think are 7 ways you can kick it into touch, so to speak. Now, the video alone will not be enough. It requires you to go away and to implement the various things that we talked about and the various tips that I'm suggesting here. But without more ado, and with bated breath, as they say in all good videos, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into it. We're looking at 7 ways to kick social media. And you know it makes sense. If you've come this far, then you know it makes sense. And as I always say, you always need to read the small print. So, first 3 rules of the 7. When and with whom. So, first of all, not in the first hour of your day. So, don't use social media in the first hour of your day, from the point you wake up. What do you do instead? Well, believe it or not, you do all the usual normal things you should do. Breakfast, shower, listen to the radio, watch TV, meditate, which is not as crazy as it sounds. It means probably nothing more than simply pausing for a moment, reflecting on what is to come, in essence, preparing for your day ahead. And the one thing you could usefully not do in that first hour is use social media. Next, I suggest you switch off when you're working on something else. So, not when you're working, not when you're working on something else. In other words, it's not something you do while you are doing something else. And you don't do something else while you are working on your social media, because working is a complete misnomer. So, switch off when you are working on something else. And I think most importantly, if only out of sheer respect for others, just put aside social media when you are with real people and do that in priority to the virtual ones. Because, as they say, only reality is real. When you're dealing with real people face to face, that takes priority over the virtual ones. So, simple suggestions 1 to 3. Next we go on to suggestions 4 to 6. Remember, there are 7 in total. And these 4 to 6 are really about not doing things. In other words, don't. Don't use social media in bed. When you're in bed, well, you're sleeping, you'll be doing something else, but either way, social media is not the thing to be doing. Switch the thing to silent or switch it off overnight. No harm will be done, you'll miss nothing important. After all, it's only social media. Secondly, don't use it when eating. Time and concentration when eating is for eating. So, at the risk of stating the obvious, don't use social media when you are eating. Don't use it all week. Have at least one day off. There's no harm in that, and it will do you good. Just don't use it all week. After all, it's not intended to be used all the time and to the exclusion of everything. And then finally, the 7th way to kick social media, well, it's simply keep the phone. It's okay. You don't have to stop altogether, and continue to use it apart from the above occasions I've just been talking about. It's okay to carry on using social media. It brings great benefits sometimes, but it can also bring great burden if it's allowed to get out of hand. And really, it's as simple as that. Okay, so if you've got this far, then you clearly are serious about managing your social media. And well done, and thanks very much for sticking with it. The next step for you to decide is where you go from here, as always. And this will go in one of 2 ways, because it's in the nature of the type of decision we're looking at. We're going to kick social media. When we say kick, well, I've been talking throughout this video about the need to get some kind of balance in your life. So it doesn't mean you're going to kick all the social media into touch, but it means perhaps you're going to take back some control over social media has over where you are and what you do and how you spend your time. Now, as I've said, it's one of 2 ways. The first is that having heard about these 7 ways in which you can kick social media that I have outlined, you conclude that you have already got it well covered and no more help is needed from me or otherwise. Well, that is great. I'm very pleased, and good luck to you in the future. The other option is possibly that you have concluded that you need to take back some control, and that one or more of these ways to kick social media is going to help you in managing how much time it takes up and where you prioritize the important things in your life. Now, that is also great, and the short answer is, well, get on with it. There is no point in procrastinating further, nor is there any point in watching more videos. You need to implement the tasks you have now identified. So all that's really left for me to say, if you're still listening, and thank you for doing so, is if you like this video, please mark it as a like. And if you wish to receive more videos like this, then please subscribe. And yes, it is as easy as that. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.